Hello students, I welcome you all to this video lecture on GST Act 2017. In this video, we are discussing illustration 7. Mr. Arun is a registered dealer in Karnataka who provides the following services during December 2019. Please make that change. I have kept it as it is. It is there in the textbook just for this reason. It is not 2017 because we are in 2020. We have changed the year. Okay, 2019. Compute the value of taxable services and GST payable for the month of December 2019. So, this was asked in 2019 by Mangalore University for BBA students. Services provided to RBI 2,50,000. This will be taken in taxable turnover. They have asked us, we have to find out the value of taxable services. So, we will take this. Advance received from his client for services to be rendered to make crops ready for retail market. So, whatever advance he has received, he has to pay tax on that particular amount because it is received before it is ready. Standing crops we call them. So, it is taxable. Services relating to education exempt from taxation. So, we will not take that into account. Received from a client for the services rendered in November 2019 for which invoice was raised and issued to him on 28th December 2019. Here, when was the invoice given, when did he receive the money, when did he get back, when did he issue the invoice is all not important. What is more important? When was the service rendered? Service was rendered in November 2019 and we are finding out data taxable turnover, the data of taxable turnover for the month of December 2019. That means this particular information has no significance for us at all. Why? This will already be included in November 2019 data. So, we will, if we take it again in this month, we will be simply paying tax 2 times. It should not happen. So, we will ignore that. Services rendered by supply of labor for agricultural purpose. Because this word has come here, anything with regards to agriculture and naturally processing of agriculture, it will be exempt. So, this will not be taken into account. This amount will be left as it is. Free services rendered to his relative and friends. He might give free service, it does not matter to us. If he has given service, he has to pay tax. Placement services 1,65,900, we will take that into account. Service by way of training in recreational activities. Anything with regards to recreational activities is exempted. Healthcare services, primary service, it is basic service. So, it is exempted from tax. A bill was raised and issued to his client for services rendered, but no payment is received. Again, I am telling you, for us, the date of receipt of payment or the issue of invoice is of not that much importance when we know the services, the date of service provided. So, in this case, it is obvious that service was provided in December itself. So, we will take that amount. Part payment of 22,000 was received from a client in respect of services rendered. So, total amount is 75,600. Of that 75,600, only 22,000 is received. So, what should we do? See, please remember, just now I have mentioned you 2 times that amount received has no significance, invoice issued has no significance if we know that service was provided on a particular date or in a particular month. Again here we know service is given. What is the value of service? 75,600. So, when will he receive that amount is of no importance for us. He has provided that service in December 2019, so he has to pay tax in the same month itself. Renting of agro machinery for agricultural purpose, obviously related to agriculture, so we will not pay any tax on that. Services rendered in Jammu and Kashmir. This is important here. You might ask why, what is so different about this point which makes it important, more important than the others. It is not that it is more important than others, it is unique from others, other point. How is it so? In any other point, place of providing service is not mentioned, which means we will consider that service is provided in the same state, and which state he is in? is registered in Karnataka. So all the services till here are considered by default to be provided in Karnataka. But when it comes to service in the last case, Jammu and Kashmir is a new union territory. So it is given outside of the state. So what will happen? IGST will be applicable. So we will find out taxable turnover under IGST only for this one point. So it is directly given 70,000. So we have to compute IGST payable on this amount when at the end. So now let's go for solution. First we will take only the CGST, SGST points. Then we will go for IGST also. So provided service to RBI, we have to take that. Advance received has also to be taken. Services related to education, basic service, so primary service exempt from taxation. Amount received from client for services rendered in November 2019. This is important. Service is provided in the previous month itself. So you have already paid tax on that amount in the previous month itself. So nothing with regards to this month is given. So we will take it as it is, nil. We will not take anything here. Agricultural purpose, so exempt. Free service rendered to his relatives. Does not matter if he takes money or not. The government says if you have provided taxable service, pay tax on that. The next one, placement services, he has to pay tax on this amount. Recreational activities, exempt from taxation. Healthcare services, exempt from taxation. Bills raised and issued to the client. Obviously, if he has paid or not is not a matter, but as soon as you have issued the bill, as soon as you have provided the services, you have to pay tax on that amount. Part payment received, whether you receive full amount or part amount does not matter. If you have given services, you have to pay tax on that. Agricultural purposes, exempt from taxation. Then when we add all of this, we will get 10,99,850. That's the total taxable turnover or taxable services under intra-state category. There is something called as interstate also, which will apply, which will attract IGST. So we will look at it in a moment. On this 10,99,850, we will have to pay 9% each as CGST and SGST. Total tax is 18%. We divide the tax into half, 9%. So what will happen about that service which was rendered to Jammu and Kashmir? So that will be taken under IGST. 18% on 70,000 directly, 12,600. So when we add all of this, total GST payable will be 2,10,573. Thank you so much for listening to me.